surprised to shock her too much.
We're gonna wake you up.
Well, everybody needs a good shock now and again.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Hey, I hope I didn't shock you.
No.
Oh, good deal.
You look good.
You look good yourself, as a matter of fact.
Better, you do look good.
Yeah, you look good. So, well, I think it's been a couple of years since we've been together.
Yeah.
This is very special. Yeah. Well, did you get a decent night's sleep, or? So, peace and quiet. That's good for sleeping. Not too much noisiness around here. That's good. This one, little one over here. This is one of the daughters.
Hi, Aunt Rose.
This is little Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And Rebecca couldn't make it this go-around. She's playing music out in California, and
Oh, she didn't get to come.
she was intending to, but then this job came up, and anyway, she's out there making some music.
Oh.
Now this looks like something you might have made. I wonder.
No, I didn't, but it's something pretty, I think.
It's nice, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is a silly question, but do you dream much when you're sleeping? You don't remember your dreams much? No. Okay, I'm just curious. If you had a good one you could tell us about.
No.
No, but I came in the other morning and she turned around and she looked at me and she said something to the effect, well, what do you want? But she was home. She was dreaming that she was home, and I came in and woke her up,
Yeah.
Oh.
How's your breathing? You got your...
Oh.
Excellent. Good deal. I don't think there are any extra calories having 2 hugs in the same morning. I was explaining that you kids had to walk a fair ways to go to school in them days. And how'd you get across the river?
Not the river. We lived across the river.
I see.
But no, the bridge was, well, back when I was growing up, that was a swinging bridge.
Was it? Rope? Kind of suspended? Yeah. So just a footbridge, you couldn't get a wagon across it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yep, the grade school was on the side where the farm was.
Oh, yeah.
But then when the kids went to high school, then they had to go across the river to go up to Tuscany.
No, we didn't. We just crossed Little Creek when we were going to school.
Now, how early would school take up when you're a kid? What time did it start the school?
9.
9. So how early would you have to get up in the morning to get ready for school?
Well, we got up at the time on the alarm about 6.
6 o'clock, something like
Yeah,
that.
we got dressed and then we walked to school. It was about a mile and a half, I guess, to school.
Were there any designated chores you had to accomplish in the morning, or that was more in the afternoon, or?
No, usually, well, the women got up and made their beds and dressed, straightened up their beds and everything like that. And the rest they got up and had to do their chores.
In Eldon at that, well, I don't know if you met there, but you kind of got socializing back there in that cafe. How did you wind up being in Eldon when you really were from Tuscumbia? How did you get up there?
Well, I worked in Eldon.
I see. There was more work to be had up that way.
There wasn't any work in Tuscumbia.
I see.
Who did you live with then, Mom? Who did you live with?
I had a room. I always worked in cafes.
Right.
And I ate my dinner. And I just had a bedroom.
But not family or anything?
No. We just rented a room.
Yeah. So you went up there all by yourself? It was very brave, wasn't it, as a young lady, just to go up and strike out on your own to get some work?
Yeah, but then that's all we did then.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
That pioneer spirit was still alive. That's good.
Well, we both lived on the farm. And Eldon was quite a ways from there. Where we lived and out on the farm.
So to cover that distance, you wouldn't walk all the way to Eldon. How would you get up there anyway?
Well, we had to take the old board.
Was it a T or an A model?
It was, oh, well, I guess we went from a D to, all the way up to a regular car.
Daddy told a funny story about when they were in Oklahoma, and I think they'd gone off to Okima or someplace for whatever they had to do. So it was the end of the day, and Grandpa Jackson Murray was going to start the car. In those days, it was a crank, see? So if it backfired, that crank would go backwards and hit him, and the arm broke his arm on the spot. It must have hurt a fair amount, but once he sat down in the car and thought we should get to going, he looked down at his arm and how malformed and misshapen it was, and he fainted. And then,
Older brother, he must have been left-handed, I can't remember, but anyhow,
Is that Uncle Cora?
Now, I got a bunch of random questions. I don't think I'm very organized for this interview. I should practice before I got here. But anyway, you and Uncle Lawrence went down to Oklahoma with Dad and Mom one time. You both had campers, I think, and visited some of the old home places. Lawrence had a metal detector. He seemed to like to go hunting for treasure. Did he ever find anything of interest that you know of? Or
oh, no.
not too much? No big treasure chest full of gold or anything?
No. No, he's always hunting something but never found it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like your story about, go fishing to catch
Yeah,
fish.
right.
Yeah.
You don't have to find treasure to still have some fun looking for it. So I think I've asked this before. We're of course comparing your answers to make sure they're consistent. So. But anyway, Lawrence was unlike his siblings. He was born in Eldon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The others were born down in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Where was he born? Do you have any idea what? It was Miller County around Eldon someplace. Would it have been out on Old Tuscumbia Road where some of the family lived? I don't know. Or, for that matter, when you think about it...
I was thinking, but now, best I remember, the old big house down on Tuscumbia Road, and that's where Uncle Clarence Fudd lived. And that is as far back as I can go.
Right. So Foot Lane is one option, and the other one is that Tuscumbia Road stretch there.
Yeah.
But Daddy was born in town, wasn't he? In a little house in town.
Well, I was going to tell you that.
They might have rented for a while when they came back to... I don't even know why they came back to Missouri from Oklahoma, but... and I suppose the whole family was in tow.
Well, now, Grandma lived in that big house there on Tuscumbia Road, the big two-story house. And then,
Right.
Grandpa got that.
I wonder if that would have been in the wake of his dad's death in '36, so considerably later than... doesn't mean they couldn't have boarded there when they came back from Oklahoma, but...
Now, then out on Foot Lane, that's as far back as I can remember there.
Now, again, we're not trying to probe into embarrassing episodes or anything like that, but anyway, give me some of your impressions when you first met Lawrence's family members, whether it be his parents or his brothers and sister. You got any memories that come to your mind? Some of the first impressions, sometimes they're right on target, sometimes they're off base, but what were some of your first impressions of the Jackson family? Did you have any reservations about getting hitched into this family? Or?
No.
You weren't aware of any bad rumors about him out there in the streets, or no?
No.
Now, did you guys you ran off and got married? What was that all about?
Well, Dad wouldn't let me.
Uh-oh. You were too young? I see.
I was 16.
So we call this elopement, or what do you call this?
Well, I guess it's just a runaway bride.
Is that it? So did your dad hold that against Uncle Lawrence? Or?
No.
No? Okay.
No. We were gone, I think we were gone just a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
We went to Oklahoma.
Oh, you're kidding.
Went down to Anna's.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was a long ways.
Driving a car, a train? How'd you get down there?
No, driving an old car. And we went down there, but anyhow.
Did you get married before you got to Aunt Anna's though?
No, we got married in Joplin.
Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah.
On the way down or on the way back?
No, on the way down.
Okay.
Had to. Because we weren't married then, and
Right.
we left Eldon and went to go to Joplin.
Uh-huh.
And then we went there, and we got a motel room, and we got two rooms, two little cabins. And then the next morning, then we went into town and went to court, and the judge in there, and that's where we got married.
Uh-huh.
And anyhow, Dad had said all the time that he'd have it annulled, and so we were gone 2 or 3 weeks. And then we come home and we went down to the farm. And
What year was this anyway? If you were 16. 16?
Yeah,
What year were you born?
22.
16, so 38, does that sound right? 38?
38, me?
No, the year that you got married.
Oh.
38, does that sound right? It was before the war.
Oh, yeah. But anyhow, we went down to the farm, and Mom said to Dad, and then we'd been to Oklahoma, and then we went down to the farm, and Mom went in and asked Dad, said, well, you gonna let Lawrence stay, or what are you gonna do, and you're gonna have it or no? He said, no, it's too late now.
Tried to scare him off, it didn't work, did it?
So it's too late now, he said. I remember that.
Hmm.
And
So Mom and Dad in the recording, Mom was only 15.
Gotcha.
Because she had just turned,
Yeah.
her birthday was August the 5th. She turned 16 and they got married in September.
Gotcha.
So he was concerned about that.
Yeah. So, your husband go off to war. I guess a lot of women were in the same situation in that time frame.
I can't believe it. They going to war after we were married.
He went off to the Pacific, remember? He was, matter of fact, I remember seeing pictures from your album where he was in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he must have done it. At least he told some pretty good stories. I think that's where he went. Anyway. Well, I'll give you a break. I'm going to rest my little machine here and we can just enjoy each other's company. We don't have to give you the third degree all afternoon, all morning long.
Anyway.
How are you doing?
I'm just doing fine.
Good to see you.
Now that the work's done, he
Oh, that's
shows
just
up.
a little irritated tendon that this is kind of like a placebo, makes you feel better.
Okay.
I think I have something for you, but you don't have to share, so I'm bringing it in here.
What do they call Elizabeth Moonflowers?
Morning glory.
Coming in at Eldon from the west on 52, you'll come to Grand, make a left, and then coming north on Grand, you come to Happy Avenue and turn in on the left side, coming to the corner 301. Happy Avenue is the Jackson Stevens residence. We'll go inside for a brief tour. Cousin Leotta put this ramp in for her mom, who's now residing in Tuscumbia, near where she was born. Leotta has a nice porch with plants and shades and nice seating arrangements. Spot the cat. So we're going inside, and you can see one of the many clocks that sort of characterize the residence. This might have been Grandpa Jackson's clock, I don't know, but this one's made by a prisoner at the inmate at the prison, I think. You see the family loves antiques. Also seems like Cousin Leo likes Asian motif sometimes. What's that? We have a set of original cabinets, which are, we believe, one's put in by Uncle Lawrence. And Cousin Leotta, yeah, Cousin Leotta's putting a spotlight on some of the pretty things.
That's the satellite.
Oh, is that right?
Molly Brown lamp.
Molly Brown lamp. My goodness, the famous unsinkable Molly Brown, but with a satellite era finish. Mum's the word for a ball company or corporation. Neat. Well, I'm going to go down the hallway and just kind of take a brief little tour. You can see there probably was an attic you could get into. And I don't know who slept in this room. I slept in the room a few times. Cousin Leotta's in here now. Beautiful bed. Or a computer workstation. Lots of fans to keep from overheating in the summertime. Good looking service porch. And this was just kind of a general room. Maybe it was a bedroom in the girls at even Leotta times, but now a beautiful bathroom. And over in here, I think where Aunt Rose was at for the recent years. So maybe we'll go downstairs, just get a little sense of what that's all about. So we'll go through the kitchen once again, and there's a back porch that was added on. That was fun for Uncle Lawrence. We had some nice fun adventures out here. He was trying to hand the girls the pills. We were here to palm off her. So down the stairs here. Here's where Leotta had a place for Elizabeth. On this wall, we had all kinds of fancy whiskey bottles, but I think those have been packed away. This was my area. And I think Daddy and I slept down here. And don't remember all the years and all the details, but Uncle Lawrence put in a shower and a toilet. So anyway, that's kind of the tour. There's nothing strange about you.
Actually, there's a lot that's strange. It's just whether you accept it or not.
Yeah. It's endearing is our term for it.
All right. Love you too. Have a
Love you too. All right. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Don't slip!
Won't.
I'll show you one in. Oh, your shoes. Bye! See you in 2 years. Yeah.